So then, say you had, $10 or $100,000. Then how are you personally like washing it and cleaning it up?
I took showers with it all day. Um, well, I bought a lot of property. What I did, back then I used to buy properties all the time. So I'd buy a property for 300,000, say.
Right.
I'd buy the property, take a mortgage. I put down 30, 40,000, put down 20%. I used to work with Greenpoint Savings. They'd give me $1 million if I wanted it. And I had a good accountant at the time, Mike Battetti, passed away since then. And so he would help maneuver me through the money side of this. I think about it. He was a nice guy, great guy, fun to hang out with, go drink with, but he was a maniac, actually, a legitimate, accountant, but with all the what you need, the guy that's going to help you launder and clean the money. So he was really my ace in a hole that I just stepped into by accident. And he was, a neighborhood guy. And what he would do is get me the loan. I'd get a loan for 300,000, say,
Okay.
and I'd take my drug money and I'd start paying off the loan. And then I'd go out and I'd borrow off that house again. I'd buy another house, and then I'd take that money and I'd borrow, say, another 250,000. I did it with my nightclubs a lot. And then I'd borrow the money and I'd show it this way. So when they had 250,000, I bought a nightclub. They'd say, "Where you get it from?" I borrowed it off the building. So now I had it cleaned out like that. So when I did my Club Mirage originally, I took about $500,000. I gave it to my partner, Cam. He flew in, he got on a train, he was on his way back, and the FBI stopped him, and he had a bag full of money. So he calls me up. He goes, "Oh, you're smart." He goes, "You knew they were going to grab." I go, "I thought so because of my phones." But the money was clean. We took it out of a bank, actually. So when they took all the serial numbers down, they held them, took all the serial numbers, and the money was clean because of the way I did it.
And then how much are you paying your accountant at the time? I'm sure he's getting.
Oh, he got big money. So like if I borrowed I'd borrow 500,000, 400, he'd get 3%. I'd give them the 3 points. I think Greenpoint at that time used to take about 2 or 3 points off me. So Mike would get that money. Plus I was always throwing him money. Plus he was robbing me here and there. And I used to laugh. I go, "Mike, I remember I gave you 20,000." And these are the arguments we used to have, actually. "You never gave me the 20,000 because so they could tell you how much money we're making if you can't even keep track of 20 grand." And he used to get me all the time. I said, "I think I gave it to you already, but I'm going to give it to you again." And, so he used to laugh. "I'm telling you." I go, "Yeah, go on another vacation with your girlfriend," because he used to travel a lot. And, but that was just the routine of us maneuvering. And I was in the parking industry.
Right.
So I was always dealing with cash. So it was a way for me to always clean money and play with money.
Yeah.
And, the FBI obviously eventually knew that. And guys like, I think I talked about it with John Patreon, Cardi brothers and these guys that testified against me, or Terry Scaglione was one of my partners, was Trafficani. His grandfather was involved, also made guy. He's my partner. So these guys later on were giving information up on me and different things, but it's just part of the life. They're all making side deals.
Now, other than real estate and your parking companies, did you have any other big ways that you were cleaning money?
Besides the parking company, the nightclubs.
Nightclubs.
Always in the nightclubs because of the cash industry. And I owned candy stores. I owned glass shops. I owned, which was also a good way of moving money because I could buy glass for cash. We'd rob, not that, they would give me ups, from like a company like Safelight. They got trucks. I know some of the drivers, you give them 20,000, they give me their load. So maybe they got 300,000 on the truck. And they said they got hijacked. Really, I got the truck. They handed it to me. I give them 20,000. You can't do it often, but we did it often enough.